would have been part of how we moved in our surroundings. And whenever you can peel yourself away from the block, do so carefully and slowly. No rush, no rush. And then stay on your back when you've moved the blocks away. And you can hug the knees in loads and loads of time and roll around. Just have a feel of your hips. See if you can feel like different qualities of pressure, different qualities of hardness in the body. So see what it feels like to kind of roll around the spine, and then see what it feels like to roll either side. Yeah, nice. And then see what it feels like just to roll the head. And then at some point, our favorite position, feet come down, nestle into the earth. Yeah, all 10 toes, lift them, give them space. Yep, really wriggle them. See if you can find that connection with each of your 10 toes. Yeah, you just find something, feel something of each. It might be the temperature of one. It might be that one's touching another one. And then all 10 toes find the ground. In a minute, we're going to be lifting up to bridge, and we're going to spend 5 breaths at the very peak of our bridge. We're going to find 5 breaths at the kind of middle of our bridge and 5 breaths at the lowest of our bridge. If at any point you want to move or change or adjust the height, go for it. So just where you are now, just nice and easy, take 5 long breaths. And when that 5th breath is finished, lift all the way up, hips all the way up to the sky. Yeah. Nice. Stay there. 5 breaths at your very top. So keep pressing the feet in. Stay at the top. 4 more breaths. Imagine that the knees are going to fly towards the end of your mat. So knees, really push them towards the bottom of your mat. Hips up, knees forward. Yeah. Inner thighs a little bit more active, Jem. Yeah, so big toes active. Once you've done that 5th breath, just find a middle or maybe a 2/3. Yeah, just find it. And then 5 breaths on that 2/3 or middle. Still active. Feet are still pressing in. Knees are still reaching forward, but not quite so much. Yes. When you've got to the 5th one, lower down. Maybe this is your halfway down, maybe this is your 3rd down. But it's lower than it was before. Yes. And then 5 deep breaths. Once that 5th breath is finished, you can roll the hips down, give them a little shake. Yeah, we might give them a little pat or a little roll around on the floor. Yes. And then a time that suits you, staying on your spine, lift both legs straight up to the ceiling. Yeah, head stays down, both legs, straight or straight-ish. And then very gently take a look at your right foot. Whether it's clad in a sock or whether it's naked, just take a look at that right foot. And then take small little circles with the right foot. 3 circles in one direction, and 3 circles in the opposite. And don't make them massive, make them nice and small. And then take a look at your left foot. Those feet that you stand on all day that take the whole of your body. And then 3 circles one way. 3 circles the other way. Once you've finished those 3 circles, we're going to move the legs together. Staying with the circles, you choose the circumference of the circle, so you choose how big the circles are. So keeping the feet together and taking nice big circles. Yes, that's it. Yep. And Louise, slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit, yeah. And then circle in the opposite direction. Yeah, and Sammy, make sure those circles are really going quite close to the floor. Yeah, I can see you're loving going close to your head, but really get, yeah, nice. And then just find stillness. Yeah, whatever you want to do in this place, whatever. And just see how your lower back feels, see how your hip flexors feel. You might stay with that first one that we were doing, single circles. You might stay with this one, or you might come all the way out of alignment. Legs do exactly the same as what we've just done, but now we lift our head off the floor and we circle our torso. And as we circle our torso, the legs are going to go, everyone's looking at me because no one knows, it's really funny. So our legs are going to do what they just were doing, circles. In fact, I'll take this off so you can see what my upper body is doing, even though I'm freezing. So legs are circling like normal. We're lifting our head off the ground. And as we circle the legs, our torso is also circling, but it's circling in the opposite direction. And it feels, trust me, it feels lovely. You're just really gonna enjoy it. So there's like a little there's like a little spiral going on, all right? Yeah, just get the rhythm. Just get the rhythm of the leg. Don't worry about the torso. Just let the torso move. Get the rhythm of the legs. Yeah, plenty of time. And then just see if as the legs go to the left, the torso is going to the right. If it doesn't work, jump ship. Nice. Slow it down a little bit, Jem. That's it. You're dead. That's why she was so speedy. Last one. Make it a really good one. Make it a really good one. And then come all the way down. Have a rest. Have a rest. You made it. Oh, if you want, you can do a little sausage roll until you're on your belly, and from your belly onto your hands and knees. Yep, or you can do a front roll. So many options. If cat-cow is a way forward for you at this minute, go for it. Otherwise, think about little circles in your hands and knees. And it might be that as you circle, you find a little child's, and as you circle forward, you find a little knees down plank. Entirely whatever you need. If you want to find that knees down plank, the hands need to go a little bit further forward than they are in a normal hands and knees position. If you haven't rotated through the opposite direction, go for it. And I can see everyone spending loads of time in child. They're like, just hopping through plank. And then come into stillness. Okay. So hopefully those of you that came a couple of weeks ago can remember this thread the needle, because we're going to potentially add on. I'm going to hopefully not kick Merlin. So hands come underneath the shoulders. As we inhale, take the right arm all the way up, or whichever hand you've got space for. Yeah. Draw the hand underneath, thread the needle. Okay. That arm that's directly in front of your face, or closest to your face, straighten it up. So that arm is facing up. So rather than bending, yeah, that top arm, Jem, that's it. And then keep that right leg, so the leg that's furthest away from your arms, keep that down, but lift the left leg. So lift the middle leg up and away from the ground. Oh yes, nice. And then see if you can circle. If you fall over, all the better. You had it, Kay, I think. Yeah, so it's that left leg straightens up, take it, and then lifts up. So press in using your hands, because there's a big balance. When you've had enough, knees come back, hands slide back up. Well done, Trish. I saw it. It is a tough balance, all right? So before you go anywhere, just steady your breathing and steady your fingers and everything that's connected to the floor. Left side comes up. Left arm threads through. Arm that's closest to your face straightens up. Nice. And then your right leg extends, right leg straight. Press in to the back of the palm. Press into your ear. Press into the top arm. Fire up through the core, and you should be able to lift that straight leg up and then circle it. Nice. Looking good, Kay. Nice, Elaine. Lovely. Oh, and then put the knee back, come into a nice thread the needle, and then come all the way back. Nice. When you need to, down dog. When you're in down dog, you make it as short or as wide or as pedally or as tiptoey or as playful as you want. I'm so cold in my house, wearing a vest. Someone needs to give me a hot water bottle. And see if you can just, maybe it's the first time today that you've noticed that your heart is beating. And later on, hopefully we'll really feel it, we'll really notice it. But just now, see if you can get some sense of your heart sending fresh oxygen around the body through the blood. Whenever you next inhale, look between your thumbs. And then exhale, step forward, forward fold. Nice, I'm going to take my shoes off. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose. Yeah, feet really, really active. Weight is in the heels. Yes, nice. Stay a little bit longer. Okay. If we're talking about interoception, can you feel where your knees want to go? Do they naturally want to go in towards each other? Or do they naturally kind of going a little bit out? If they naturally seem to like magnetically go towards the center, can you press through the little toes and activate through your glute med? So as if your hands are pressing your glute med. You might even want to take your hands to there and send them out. Not you, Jem, you on the other thing. All right? So if your knees just naturally go out, you just notice that naturally they'd want to go like that. Press the big toes in and fire up here, inner thighs. So it might be that you take your hands to your inner thighs and you give your hands something to press against. So press your hands into the thighs, push your thighs into your hands. Ooh. And then forget it, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale as we open the body, the heart, the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Twice more, inhale, flat back. Exhale, chair. Notice the knees. Yep. See if you can do a little bit of the opposite. If they're going in, can you push out? If they're going out, can you squeeze in? Stay there. If you're not entirely sure, wiggle the knees a little bit, and you might find they settle in one of those two places. And then push down through the floor, lift all the way up. Exhale as those thumbs feel your heart space. Feel the beat maybe, not in the good disco way. Inhale, lift up, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, descend down to your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, challenge yourself and go a little bit lower in your chair. Try and keep the core away from the thighs, but sit lower. You might then start to find the knees going in a more obvious direction, and if you can, either press outside or push inside. Yes, sit a little bit low, okay? Push your butt to the pillow. And then press down, lift all the way up. Exhale, thumbs in towards the heart. You might feel a little pulse. You're alive. We made it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, right leg back. Right knee down. Inhale, arms up. As we exhale, your choice, hands come behind. If prayer is accessible, great. Otherwise, grab hold of elbows. Either way, try and bring the upper arms, this bit, back. Yes. And then let it go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift the hips back. Front leg straightens, half splits. Yeah, I know I made that transition look easy, but it actually wasn't, so don't worry if you need to have a little wriggle. From half splits, bend the front knee. Notice that the hips are sinking down a little bit more. Lift the arms. So it's still a lunge. It's just a little bit more in the joints. Hands come down. Back toe tucks. Lift the back knee. Fold forward. Inhale. Flat back. Arms by the ears if you've got space. Exhale, bend. Keep your arms by the ears. Again, see if you can find where your knees want to go. And can you take them somewhere else? Yes. You can sit back a little bit more, Ellen. I know you can. Yes. Stay here, breathe. Feel your heart sustaining you. And then press down, lift up. Exhale. Thumbs into that heart center. Hopefully a little bit more powerful beat. Trying to get blood to those really big muscles. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Sheltering in our cave of forward fold. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, left leg back. Left knee down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, they come behind. Doesn't matter where, but the shoulders are open, chest is forward. Take a breath. Inhale as we take the arms all the way back up again. Shift the weight back. That's it. You should be able to take the front foot straight and then hands down. If you can get your blocks, go for it. If it doesn't work, don't worry. We're not the end of the world. We're not here long. And then bend the front knee. Shift the hips forward. Take the arms up. This is kind of traditional yoga, Anjaneyasana. I don't often do it. This is a little bit more in the joints. We're kind of laying in the joints. Sometimes it feels nice. Hands down. It's an option. Knee up. Exhale. Forward fold. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, step, or if you've got it in you, a little jump. Down dog. If you've jumped into your plank, come into your down dog. Breathe here, push into the earth. And then forward into your plank. Yes, we're going to be here for ages. So really use the floor and take circles in your plank. So you're moving through wrists, through ankles, through shoulders, through fingers to take a circle. Keep the breath steady. Opposite way. Yes, keep the head looking forward. Really amazing. Nice, Trish. Really lovely. 2 more. Last one. Shift back, down dog. Regain the breath. Notice that heartbeat. A little bit more speedy now. And then same thing in your down dog. Little circles in your down dog. Yep. So we're coming forward a little bit. We can't really go back. So we come forward 2. Go back to the start. Reverse the circles. Oh, lovely. Nice. Last one. And then drop onto your knees. Either rest in child's, rest in kneeling, rest in a twist. If you want to do a jump and you want to grab your blocks, you can do that. You can breathe as you do that. Yep. Either way, one more deep round of breath. Sorry, darling. And then come back up, either on your blocks in down dog or not on your blocks in down dog. Either way, inhale as you look forward and exhale, jump or step, forward fold. Lovely. Inhale all the way up, arms up, eyes up. Exhale. Again, feel the inside, that muscle, that whole system, really active. Press the left foot down. I'm going to face you so you can see what we're doing. Right leg comes up. Turn the right knee out. Pop the right ankle on top of the left thigh so it's pigeon. And then bend down into Utkatasana. Yeah. Nice. Stay here a little bit lower. We've been working on it all class. A little bit lower. If you fall, just get back up again. Yeah. And then stay with that leg bent. Left leg bent. Take the right knee off. Keep it floating. Step it back. Warrior 2. Yes. Perfect. We're going to keep Warrior 2 arms. We're going to keep the depth of Warrior 2. So try not to lift and lower. Try and stay low, but we're going to circle the front knee. So normally in Warrior 2, we hold it for a long time and we stay stacked on the bones. We're not going to stay anywhere for more than a millisecond. So stay low and circle the front knee. Yes. I know it sounds weird. Go lower. So stop straightening that knee. Stop straightening it. It stays bent. You circle through the ankle and the foot and the knee. Yes. You should feel loads of muscles start to go boom, 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 boom as they support you. You might still feel really confused, and that's fine. And then straighten up that front leg. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Same idea. Bend down into your goddess. So normally in goddess, and for really great reasons, we try and keep the knee going in the same direction as the toes, which is great because we spend a long time just sat in goddess. Makes sense that we're even with the joints. But nowhere really in the kind of our more natural movement would we have stayed in any one position. So with that in mind, stay low in your goddess, but circle. So here we're circling. We are straightening and bending a little bit through the knees, but the movement is basically coming from the ankles and from the hips. Oh, and it feels really burny. Stick your butt out. Stick your butt out. Yeah, don't tuck. Oh, and then straighten the legs. Ooh. Turn to face the back of your mat. Warrior two, same thing. Go long. Yes. Arms stay like warrior two arms. Head stays like warrior two arm, warrior two head. Front knee circles. It doesn't change its depth. It just circles. If it helps, you can pop onto the front tiptoe. Yes. Stay low. Oh, opposite circles. Stirring that wonderful yoga pot. And then come into alignment. Just stay there as you breathe. Notice if you've straightened up that front knee. If you have, rebend it. Yeah. And then exhale. Hands come and frame that front foot. Step back, down dog. Inhale through to your plank. Exhale onto your belly. Nice. Inhale, arms come behind you. And exhale, press down through the feet, lift the chest up. Okay, later on we're going to be taking some circles. For now, just try and get as much lift of the front of the body as possible. So try and peel as much of the front of the body away from the mat as you possibly can. So press into those feet. Yeah, I might be tempted to point my toes, Kay. See what it feels like. I normally point and really press in. That's it. Lift a little higher. You want to peel as much front of the body off as possible. Like you're having a wax. Who does that anymore now? What's the point? Chest comes down, head comes down, have a little rest. Enjoy my joke. I know I couldn't hear any laugh, but I know everyone's laughing very strongly. It's just that I can't hear you. And then down dog. Your own time, down dog. Whoop. If you'd like to come onto your hands and knees to grab those blocks. Otherwise, you're in down dog waiting for your jump. Look through, and as you exhale, nice big jump. Stay here. Next inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, come back to the heart center. That beat, that rhythm, that pulse. Oh. Right leg presses down strongly. Left knee lifts. Left ankle on top of right thigh. So we're in pigeon. Yes. If you want more, You can open up that knee, up to you. Bend the right leg, sit back. Keep the core active. Eyes are steady. Foot presses down. Front leg stays bent. Take the floating leg off. Back to warrior two. Oh, perfect. Your choice now. We're going to add a little bit more weight. Same idea, but now our torso is going to be on the move as well, just like we did when we were circling through the core. So as we circle the knee, it doesn't matter which direction you want your torso to go, just have it explore. Move the torso as well as the arms. Yeah. This time, if the leg starts to strain, just let it. But if you can, start to keep the depth of your warrior two. Yeah, so it feels like a really organic warrior. If you haven't taken it the other way, go for it. It's like a really weird thing. Let your torso go a little bit more. Don't keep hold of it, let it go. Oh, lovely. And then back into the center line, back into goddess. Bend the knees. Oh. Up to you, exactly as we did before, or come into goddess on your tiptoes, sink lower. And then you won't be able to go quite so circly on your tiptoes because we've kind of taken the ankle joint a little bit out of it. But it's a little bit more strenuous. You can still move a little bit of the torso. Yeah. Yes. So really allow the knees to move. Yeah, notice how everything has to switch on. And then straighten up. Oh no. Turn to the back of your mat. Warrior two, same thing other side. Oh. Knee starts to move. Torso and arm starts to move. I know it feels weird. See if you can just let it go. We're exploring where the strength is. We're exploring what switches on. We're exploring different ways of moving. Yes. Nice. Do two more little circles. Oh. And then put the hands down, frame that front foot. Turn the back foot. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through to a plank. Oh, sorry, you're facing the wrong way, aren't you? I'm so sorry, guys. Because I righted myself. That's not a proper word, but you know what I mean. So if you want to face the front, Sammy, go for it. If not, it's nice to sometimes change direction. So holding your plank. Yeah, holding your plank. Yes, holding your plank. Feel the earth underneath you. Spread the fingers a little bit. Feel the earth give you reaction as you press down. Stay focused, Louise. Unless it was a disaster. And then knees down. Yeah. I just thought something was like boiling over. You're like, okay, I'll just leave it. Come onto your belly. All right. From here, we're going to do little circles of the torso. If you want, if it feels safer, take your arms wide and pop the fingertips on the floor, or even the whole flats of the hands. Your choice, all right? Hands are wide and fairly close to you. And then they can then lift you up, and then you can take circles using the hands a little bit as well. If you play with that and think, oh, okay, I get this. I think I'm all right with my hands. You do the same thing without your hands. So you'll go a lot lower. It will be a lot meaner, but you'll notice loads of things kick in as we come out of the structure of the skeleton. Circle in the other direction. It should be fairly strong. Looking nice, Sammy. Really lovely. And then come all the way down, all the way down. Have a little shuffle, shake the hips, set them, yeah, release them. And if it feels comfortable to rest the chest on the floor, you might be able to feel the vibration of your heart as it doofs, doofs, doofs against the mat. Take one more big, deep breath. And then gently make your way through to down dog. Yeah. If you need, make sure you've got space in front of your mat. And then right leg sweeps way high. Squeeze the right glute. Squeeze it up there, keep it there. See if you can keep the right leg aloft by using the right glute. So fire it. The leg stays lifted from the right glute only. And then exhale, step it through, crescent lunge. Woo-hoo. Okay. We're going to take 3 little knee dips and then come into a bent knee balance. Your choice of depth of that back knee. We're not going to come out of alignment now, so don't worry. You don't have to go very deep at all if your knees don't like this. But if you can and you're all right, take it down as low as you can do. Inhale as we bring the arms up. Exhale, knee comes down. Stay here as we inhale. Exhale, knee lifts. Yes. Stay here as we inhale. Exhale, knee comes down. Stay, inhale. Exhale, knee comes up. Front knee stays bent. Yep. Take a rest if you need, totally fine. Last one. Stay here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale as we look forward. Exhale, hands come down by your side, knee lifts up. Bend knee balance. Oh. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, arms by the ears, warrior 3. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, step back, crescent lunge. Yep. Either stay in your crescent lunge for these 3 dips or your choice of depth. Last time on this side. Exhale as we lower. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lift. Keep that front knee straight, okay? Bent, okay. Exhale to lower. Pausing. Exhale to lift. Pausing. Exhale to lower. Pause. Exhale to lift. Last one. Make sure that back glute is fired up. Exhale. Ooh. Exhale. Arms come up as we inhale. Exhale, they come down. Front knee comes up. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Arms by the ears if you've got space. And then pop the hands down. Runner's lunge. Yeah, if you're enjoying those switch hops, you can switch hop the legs or walk the legs closer together and switch them over. So if you're enjoying switch hops, a jump and switch. Yes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lovely. Twice on this side, then we're done. Exhale. Lower. Inhale as we pause. Firm through the back glute. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, firm through the back glute. Exhale. Inhale, back glute. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, back glute. Inhale, back glute. Exhale. Inhale, arms up if they're not already. Exhale, bent knee, balance. Yes, firm as anything. Nice, Elaine. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, keep the weight forward. Bend the front knee. You should be able to step that back leg back. Yeah. Just take a notice how your knee's feeling. We've been quite heavy on the joint. Make sure that what we're doing feels right. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, bend knee. Firm through the glute. Exhale, straighten it up. Yes. This leg stays bent. Exhale, bend. Oh. Pause. Exhale, straight. Pause. Exhale, bend. Maybe a little bit lower. Exhale, straight. I don't know how many we've done. Let's do one more. Keep the weight back a little bit, Jem, if you can. Yes. Last one. Weight is back. Yeah. Straighten up. Arms up if they're not there already. Exhale. Bent knee balance. Inhale. Really nice, Louise. Exhale, warrior three. Nice. Really lovely, Sammy. Stretch out through that back leg. And then hands come down. Foot comes down. If you want to do a little switch, although there's no point, but if you want to, go for it. Doesn't matter which way we're going to come down. It's just nice. And then legs come back. Drop the knees down. Oh, if you want to have a little bit of a knees together, side to side action going on, yeah, go for it. So the feet stay together as well, Kate, unless that feels bloody great, in which case, so yeah, my knees and my feet are kind of together and it's my hips that are moving, just because that's going to get to the sides. Glute med, IT band. Oh, so nice. And then you've got a choice. We're going to come into a little side stretch because we've done none. If you want to come into a side stretch from cross-legged because it feels more comfortable, be my guest. Otherwise, knees are wide. I like to have them really wide so I can entirely rest my incredible torso down into the floor. And it's like there's a perfect Gemma-shaped space there. And at some point, you might really lazily take the hands to one side. Yeah, and take your time to do that as well. Really take your time, feeling the underarm open, sides of the waist. Oh, just enjoy it. And I know we have been working on listening and feeling our heartbeat, but I do think for the next few weeks we're all going to be doing metta meditation. So if you want to spend this time as we move and stretch, listening to your heart and feeling your heart, go for it. Because we will change our Shavasana into metta meditation. If you haven't found your other side, have an explore. And then when you feel like both sides are even, just roll onto your belly. Yeah, we're going to come to the front of the thigh stretch, and then either a little froggy stretch or a Baddha Konasana, depending on what you need. Once you find yourself, yeah, I'm going to grab my socks because I've got warm, but then I've cooled down quite a lot. So once you've got everything that makes you feel nice and cozy, onto your belly. Yeah. If you're there already, you can take a few extra moments, bending the knee, Yep, I like to flex just to prevent cramping. If you point, it's more easy to activate the whole back line. It's also a little bit more tempting to cramp. So really squeeze the hamstring, pull it in. And then take hold of the leg, whichever one you've done. Yep. When you get there, try and keep the knees fairly close. If you can't feel anything and your heel is to your bum, press the pubic bone down into the ground. You should feel fairly decent stretch coming on there. If it doesn't feel comfortable for your head and for your shoulder to be grabbing hold, sometimes it's nicer for both arms to take hold. Sometimes it's nicer for you to take a block and rest your head on it as we stretch. You might be able to hear that noise. That's Merlin playing with his toy, just so you know. If he carries on, I'll put myself on mute when we're in relaxation. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat. Other side. Whichever side you haven't done, flex the foot, hug the knee together, squeeze the heel in to the butt. Yeah. Try not to take hold of it just yet. Really reactivate. And then when you can hold it no longer, take hold. Yes. Oh my God. And again, knees a little bit closer together if you want. Pubic bone presses down if you want. Both those things are just going to increase it. You can point now if you want as well. Doesn't matter so much now we've got hold because the hamstring's not really working. Oh, I'm sorry. Now Mel and Thor are having a fight, just so you know. Didn't want you to think that's me giving you a weird yoga cue that involved hissing. I could try. Let go if you haven't already. You have a choice. As usual. We're going to come to do the inner thighs. We've worked them really, really a lot. If you prefer to be in Baddha Konasana onto your back, great. We haven't done frog for ages. If you like frog, and I know some of you like it, some of you, it's like the devil. It's a similar pose to Baddha Konasana in that the knees are far apart. The thing with frog is that we've got gravity helping us to get lower, which is like a positive, and it can be a little bit of a negative because we have to really focus on being in a position physically that feels comfortable and is not too strong for us. So if frog is great for you, you can either prop up with whatever you've got underneath. Yep, or you don't have to. Sometimes it's not, you can't just get comfortable. You can pop your forearms down. Yeah, just so that you've got nice support. You can pop a block underneath your head. Oh, or you can be in Baddha Konasana. So if it all goes the way of the pair, Baddha Konasana is there. Okay. So first of all, right, if it doesn't feel super stretchy, move a little bit forward and a little bit back with the hips. Yes, and you should find a different sensation. Find the sensation that feels bestest. Yeah, and then see if your feet are kind of closer in than your knees. And if they are, take them in line with the knees. And again, see if that changes the feeling. Yeah, yours are a little bit further out, Sammy, but if it feels great, stay with it. Yeah. And then we've been there for a little bit of time. So you can probably sink a little bit, but if you sink, press the inner knees into the ground and squeeze them a little bit together. So it's going to be less restful, but a little bit nicer for the body. take one last sighing out, big, deep sigh. Let the whole day go. It's almost like you can see the particles of air just floating away. Bye-bye. Come back onto your hands. Press a little bit into your hands so your legs are lighter. You should be able to take your knees a little bit closer together. Okay. You have another choice. If it does feel lovely to be on your front, I could show you how to take a twist on your front. If you prefer to take a twist on your back, because you know where we're going to go with this front twist and you cannot be bothered with the complexity of it, then take a nice simple twist on your back. Otherwise, we twist on our front. It's a lot more active. You're going to get the hip flexors as well as the spine, as well as the chest. So essentially, is anyone with me with the front? Yeah, okay, well, I'll show you. Essentially, we're going to have our hands out in front of us. One hand makes a little spider or a crab or something else. And it comes almost as if the same place as we're going to do cobra, but a little bit wider. Other elbow comes further forward. You can't see, I know. Other elbow comes further forward, so the elbow's in front of the shoulder. One hand pushes down. So we're going to roll over this bent elbow. We're not going to roll over the spidey. The spidey's there for power. From here, press into the spider, lift the chest away from the ground. So there's no boobs on the ground. Yes. And from there, we can roll onto our side. You might do anything you want with this spare arm and take this top leg behind you. And I've said that, but actually this top arm needs to go out to this. Well, anyway, it's fine. That's it. So we've got one elbow to the ceiling and the other arm is at an angle. The more we turn our chest away from the arm that's on the floor, the more chest stretch we'll get. And then come back when you're ready. Did that make sense? Yeah? Yes, okay, good. Other side. I'll try and show you a different angle. Maybe I'll try and show you from here, although excuse my cleavage. Okay. No, did not work at all. So I've got this angle on or nothing. It's this angle, nothing. Okay, so if you're in a nice kind of normal twist, great. To have fun. We've got one hand, spidey hand here. It's coming by the side of our shoulder, so our shoulder's off of the ground. Legs are straight. Other arm, elbow in front of shoulder. So the other arm is not it's not sphinx. Elbow is in front of shoulder. We push in so we can lift our chest. We turn our chest towards the spider hand, and then we roll. Yes. So that arm that's on the floor, you might need to change it a little bit. You might need to move it around so that you can feel when you move the chest away from it, it's giving you a decent stretch. Yeah, that looks like it, Joe. I can't really see your torso. Yeah. Kay looks so at ease. Everyone's doing this front twist thing, going, what? Kay's like, yeah, I'm loving life. I am loving life. I selected correct. And then when you've had enough, just very, very gently come back. So if I show you what it looks like from here, one arm is close to you fingers are close, it's close to you. Other arm is a little bit higher up, a little bit wider. And the idea is that we're twisting. If you think this arm's staying down, we're twisting away from it. So our body, our lower body is forcing our upper body to twist away, but our arm is kind of on the floor. So that's where you get this big chest stretch from. Because essentially our arm's on the floor, but our chest is twisted away. Hence why you get that chest stretch, as well as the hip flexors and the spine. Okay. If you've not already got some layers and it feels a little bit colder, feel free to have a little jumper or a blanket or whatever you need. Oh, and we've got about 2 minutes before we want to start thinking about our metta meditation. And we've given ourselves a really deep twist. We've given our front of the body and our thighs a really deep stretch. We've given the inner thighs some room. So it might be that you decide that maybe you just want to take a gentle kind of laying down on a rock. It might be that you decide before you come down that you want to give the hamstrings something a little bit extra. So it might be Paschimottanasana, or maybe one leg bent. Can't remember what that's called. Probably Janu something. Yep, if you want. Or you might just want to make up an asana on your own. Yep. You might want to roll the shoulders or rest the head. You might want to massage the back of the head. I'm going to put myself on mute so I can turn off my light. And you've got about another minute to do exactly as you wish, for the body to be in charge, for the heartbeat to slow. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure whether you could hear that. That's just Thor on the keyboard. He's got some very important documents that need to be typed up, so yeah, chicken order. And whenever you feel like the body's in a good condition, it feels ready just to start to be a little bit stiller and to really let the practice sink in. You can either decide to be upright, maybe grab a blanket for your shoulders so you're nice and warm. And we can absolutely do this practice laying down. And metta meditation is a series of 4 sentences. I know some of us have done it before together. And please don't worry about the order of the words, or even really the words themselves. And I'll start us off, and then in about a minute or so, you can keep repeating the words at your own pace. And then I'll bring us out of meditation with a singing bowl. So very gently just start to take the shoulders a little bit wider and drop them a little bit down. And just notice that that heartbeat has slowed right down. And maybe we can barely feel it, but we know it's there. And allow that really hard working body to entirely switch off. Everything to get heavy. And I'll say a sentence and I'll give you time to repeat it to yourself. If you want to close your eyes, allow the eyelids to drop together. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live my life with ease. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live my life with ease. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live my life with ease. Be happy. Be healthy. Be safe. Live my life with ease. And I'm going to leave you to continue to repeat those words for about 2 minutes. When you feel ready to come out, You can start to move. If you need to go, it's just coming up to 7:30. And maybe just notice how you feel now. You might feel a little bit softer, a little bit more rested, a little bit more you. If you haven't already rolled to your side, you can do so now. And when you feel ready, come up to that nice, comfy, seated position, arms and hands feeling the earth. Inhale as you draw the arms up to the sky. Exhale, back to the ground. Inhale through the clouds. Exhale to the earth. Inhale towards the moon. Exhale, center of your heart. Namaste. I really deeply apologize for Merlin getting you out of